everybody. Welcome back to today's Gone Outdoor Radio. You're listening in on Kello News Talk or KWSN in the Sioux Falls, South Dakota area. Or if you're in western Minnesota or eastern North Dakota, you might be listening on KFGO, the mighty 790. Scotty Brewer, Kyle Agri, Brewer Agri Outdoors, and we're going to chat a little bit of hunting. Surprise, surprise. We are going to head out to Fargo Scheels, chat with Weston Poitra, and we're going to chat about Scheels Blaze Days. How you doing, Weston?
I'm doing pretty darn good, Scotty. How are you?
I'm doing great. And you know, deer hunting, especially firearm deer hunting, is all about traditions. Well, it's not all about, it's all about shooting a deer and harvesting some meat and so on and so forth. But traditions are extremely large in deer hunting in the Dakotas and Minnesota. And you guys are bringing back a tradition for many, many years. You had this big sale and this big event, and it was called Blaze Days. And you guys are bringing that back this year, and I am so happy. Let's talk a little bit about it.
Yes, sir. So, yep, like you said, we are bringing it back. It's something that we had in store here up until around 2018, and this just felt like the right year to bring it back. It's something that, Blaze Days, I'm sure you can tell from the name, it's focused primarily on everything Blaze Orange. Got to make sure that everybody's outfitted with something Blaze Orange, right? So that's where the event kind of and we like to, that's kind of what we like to do here, is take something that, is a little boring sometimes. And, sometimes maybe you don't want to wear Blaze, but we have to. And we try to make it as fun as we can.
And if I know better, I haven't seen the sale ad yet, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be a heck of a lot more stuff on that ad than Blaze Orange.
Absolutely. How about this? We'll give you a little bit of a heads up here. Kind of an exclusive. I haven't told anybody yet. Anyway, I don't know if you guys have, but all of our hunting clothing, okay, all of our Blaze Orange gear is going to be 25% off that day. Big Game Blaze, to be specific. Big Game Blaze. That is going to be everything excluding First Light. How does that sound?
Sounds pretty awesome.
That's a heck of a good deal. What you're saying is if you're a procrastinator and you haven't prepared yourself 100% for the season, you might come out ahead on this deal.
If you're a procrastinator, we're going to reward you, which is that's not typical, but that's what we're going to do here. So Blaze Day is going to be November 6th. That's the day before deer opener here in North Dakota, and 2 days before Minnesota opens on Saturday. And our event is going to run 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. So the sale is actually going to run throughout the entire day, but our actual event is going to run from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. So what does the event look like is probably your next question.
It is, actually.
So what we're going to have is we decided to go a different route this year rather than, because we just had Hunt Expo. A lot of our customers had the opportunity to talk to a lot of these vendors that they frequently use. So what the direction that we wanted to go was to include a few nonprofits and a few kind of people you wouldn't typically expect at an event like this. One of the nonprofits that we are partnering with is Prairie Grit Outdoors. And so Prairie Grit, what they are primarily focused on doing is they take people that are handicapped, whether it be physically, mentally, and they take them out on hunts. And they have, I don't want to give too much away because they've been showing us all of this unique equipment that they have where they're able to take some might be paralyzed, and they're able to take them out hunting, and they're able to give them that experience. So those are the types of organizations that you can expect to see and chat with here. Then on top of that, we're gonna also have a presence from Scheels Outfitters. So I mean, come on, that's our home brand, right? And we've got our main guy. His name is Ben Fleischacker. He's going to be in store, and he's going to be able to answer all of those questions that anybody might have on, when it comes to not only Blaze, of course, but all of our Scheels Outfitters gear. So we're pretty excited to have him. So we got the sales. We've got a few nonprofits. We've got our our guy Ben coming in here. And but the thing that I'm most excited about, and I'm assuming most people will be excited about, is we're going to be doing some giveaways. So the first 100 people in the door, when we open the doors at 9 a.m., come up to the hunting shop, and we're going to have 100 Blaze Orange tumblers to give away with the Scheels logo on them, of course.
Wow. That's pretty cool. And I believe you're doing that again later in the day for those that are working at 9 a.m.
100% correct. So that was our thing. We do the for Ice Fest and for Fish Fest and for Hunt Expo, we do giveaways, and we always do them in the morning. And we thought, well, not everybody can make it to Scheels at 9 a.m. on a Thursday, so let's try and cater to a kind of a different crowd, and let's do this same giveaway again at 5 p.m. So another 100 people at 5 p.m. are going to be able to get their hands on one of those Blaze Orange tumblers.
Hey, Weston, I just have to say, and I'm going back in our interview here in this segment, but you guys mentioned you were going to reward people who are procrastinators, but I'll tell you what, if you think you have everything ready for hunting season, I'm going to guess not, because if you can stop by the Blaze Days event and you walk through upstairs, I can almost guarantee you're going to find at least one or two things that you didn't think of or you missed. And I am guessing you're going to have a full staff of Scheels experts there to answer questions.
Absolutely. And, I'll even do you one better, where we're going to have some extra people on that day. It's going to look more like a Friday or a Saturday type crew, where, we're going to have we're going to be easy to spot too, because we're going to be in Blaze Orange, decked out in Blaze Orange shirts. So anybody from that crew is going to be able to help you, as well as the Scheels experts that you would typically see.
Weston, one of my recommendations is, if you frequent the upstairs at Scheels, visit with the guys that are there working. Building those relationships is so important. And it's not just Scheels. If you go to a boat dealer, if you go to a camper dealer, whatever it is, build that relationship with these people, because they are the experts and they know everything. So build that relationship, get to know these guys, have a conversation with them, and you won't be sorry. So, Weston, I did see that you guys are giving away some stuff throughout the day too, besides orange tumblers.
We sure are. And here's the kicker. We can't quite release that yet. We can't quite release the exact items that we're looking at. But what I can do is I can give you a few brands, okay? So we're looking at, how about Vortex, Ruger, and that's just to name a couple. So it's not like we're giving you, a cheap little T-shirt or anything like that. We're looking at some really, really good giveaways. And the only thing we ask you to do is scan a QR code to sign up for those. It's pretty simple. And, again, those are brands that everybody knows. And all we ask of you, again, simply sign up.
So one more thing I wanted to touch on before we're done. I seen something about some pulled pork and barbecue sauces.
So that's fun. Here's what we're going to have going on. So we actually did this at an event. It was at our Bison Block Party event, and it was a huge success. We're going to smoke our own pulled pork here in the store, and then we're not going to put any sauce on it. We're just going to kind of let it kind of warm it all day, and we're going to have our wide selection of sauces there for everybody to sample. So if you're looking at sampling 10, 15 different barbecue sauces, this is the place to do it. And then from there, I promise you, you're going to find a new favorite.
So they can come out with a full belly along with a whole bunch of stuff. Weston Poitra, we're talking about Scheels Blaze Days. This is your last stop before leaving town on your way to deer camp. Weston, thanks for coming on Gone Outdoors.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. It was a pleasure to be here.
Stick around. We will be back with the second half of today's Gone Outdoors